Good, so we've got that. Good, so it's got photographs. Excellent. You're a genius. What little word is inside the word contents? Have a look at it. You have to guess. What little word's in the middle of it? What little word is inside the middle of contents? Yes. Tent. Fantastic. Everybody cover it up so I can just see the word tent in the middle. Can you see? See tent in the middle? So then we can go tent. So you don't always have to start reading a word from the beginning. Take your finger up and now it goes content and then put the S on the end. So you're exactly right. This is a factual book. What are you thinking, my friend?
And glossary.
Oh, good boy, it's got a gloss. What is a glossary? When it says that a book has a glossary, what does that mean?
It means like if there's a word you don't know, you go to the glossary.
You're a genius, well done. In other words, what's at the end of this book is a mini dictionary. It works just like a dictionary. So whenever you see the word glossary, think mini dictionary. Got the idea? Well done. Now, let's have a look. I want you to know this. Before we start reading today, this book is all about glass at my house. But this book is an information report. It is not a story, it's an information report. Here's how it will work. This book will start with a macro group. So it starts with a big thing, and then the big thing is broken into smaller parts. That's the trick of how this book goes. It starts with the macro group, then the macro group is broken into micro groups. Have a look at the contents page, and there's the micro groups. Can you see? So glass at my house is the big thing, and then glass at my house is broken into smaller parts. Have a look what it says. What does that say?
My house.
Yep. Keep going.
Windows and doors.
Then it goes.
Lights.
Then it goes.
Bottles.
Then it goes.
Drinking.
Glass.
Yeah, but put the s on the end. See, it's tricky. Yeah. In English, if there's ever a s on the end of a word, you must say it. There is no word in English where there is a s on the end where you don't say it. Good.
Lots of gas.
And then the,
Glossary.
what does glossary mean? Little diction. You have it. It means little dictionary. So, here's what I want you to know about this book as well. You see all of these micro groups?
Yes.
You don't have to read them in order. That's the great thing about an information report. In an information report, we do not have to start at the beginning of this book and read all the way through. So with our micro groups, we could read about bottles before we read about lights. We could read about windows before we read about drinking glasses. Completely different reading to if we're reading. Would a story make sense if you did that?
No.
It wouldn't. So very, very different reading. So we are going to read My House first. Then what will happen is I will get each of you to choose your own micro group. So you might not want to know more about windows, but you might want to know more about bottles, but you want to know, because we don't have to read this in order. Okay, let's go. Let's follow along. But today, I don't want pointing fingers. Put your pointing fingers away, and I want to see you tracking with your eyes. Got the idea? Can you read My House, and the rest of us will listen. Away you go.
The window. This is my house. It has a lot of glass.
Perfect reading, good boy. Just do it for me again so it sounds like this. This is my house. It has a lot of glass. Go.
This is my house. It has a lot of glass.
That was perfect. Well done. Phrasing was excellent. What micro group would you like to read about? Which one would you like to read about? Good boy. Go back to the contents. That's where you'll find it.
Lights.
Good. Everyone get to lights because it tells you what page to go to. Excellent. Well done. You've got it. Good boy. Here we go. Excellent. You're ready to read. Everyone's tracking with your eyes. Go.
The lights in our house are made of glass.
Good. Keep going.
We have big lights and little lights.
Well done. Turn the page. And it It's a next microgroup. Come back to the page before, and I want you to look at the photograph for me. Why do we have lights in houses? Why do you need lights in houses? Yes.
Because if you don't have lights in your house, your place will be dark.
It will be too dark. Have a look at the lights in this house. With the lights that are up on the ceiling, like these ones, why are they usually clear glass and not coloured glass? Sometimes with lamps we have coloured glass, but why not the ones in the ceiling? Yes.
So you can see through them.
So you get more light out of it, don't you? Have a look at this light here, and imagine if the whole light was red glass. Would you get as much light into the room?
No. Because red is not that. Because the red is not that light.
Excellent. Can you see what I mean to you, parents? This is what we want a real reading experience to be, not just saying words. I'm sorry? She said that red would make it dark and not light. There wouldn't be enough light in the room if we had done it with red, if it was done with red glass. Well done. Turn the next page for me, because we're running out of time, and I want to read about this one. This is one of my favourite pages in the book, and it's your turn to read. Let's read about bottles. Following along, here we go.
Bottles are made of glass. Some bottles are made of perfumes.
Keep going.
My mum likes perfume. She has perfume in bottles. The perfume smells good.
Have a look at the perfume bottles that are in our picture now. Are all perfume bottles the same?
No.
Why do you think, this is one I want out of your head, why do you think when people make perfume that they put them in different bottles? Why do they all just come in the same old bottle? Why do they put them in different, why are there all of these different bottles? Yes.
Fancier.
To make it fancy. And why do you think they want it to be fancy? Why do you think they want it to be fancy? So it certainly makes it fancy. And I've got a suspicion it's so they can charge more, but we'll talk about that. But why do you think they want the bottles to be fancy?
So maybe they want more money?
That they can get more money for it. I think I'm with you on that one. Any other reason?
Because if they're all the same, they might not know which one to have.
Which one is which?
Yeah.
So hands down, I want you to think. I have never been, and I get to travel all over the world, I have never been to anywhere except Dubai that has so many perfume shops. There are perfume, because you would see it all the time. You go to the mall and there's perfume. You go into a department store, and the reason is this: you walk in and there is a whole wall of perfume. Do you know what I mean? You walk in and there's one thing of perfume, and there's even people squirting it on you. Has that happened to you? I was at the mall the other day, and I'm walking past, and just walks up and squirts perfume on me. Why would they put them in different bottles? If there's so much perfume, why would they put them all in different bottles? Yes.
So they know which one which one, so they don't get confused.
Good, not get confused.
So they smell different.
They smell different. Do you think that maybe they put them in different bottles so that they stand out from each other?
Yes.
So that you'll walk in and go, oh, I like that one more than I like that one. I think that could be good. So, yeah, so asking you now, if you walked into a shop and all of these bottles were on the shelf, which one would you pick up? Which one, you like the tall one. Which one would you pick up, do you think? You like that one? Which one would you pick, mate? That one there, very good. Which one would you pick?
I like that one.
Good. Can you see? Can you see why they put them in different bottles?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
because different bottles will make us go, oh, I like that one more than I like. It's very clever, isn't it? So, here's what I want you to do now, because we're going to finish off guided reading. You're going to be a reading pair, you're going to be a reading pair, you're going to be a reading pair. Oh, before we go though, what sort of a book were we reading today? Was it a factual book or a narrative book?
Factual.
Very good. What made it a factual book? What were some of the things that we saw that went, bang, that's a factual book?
Because there's some facts.
Good, there's facts in it, it's about real things.
Context.
There was a contents page.
There's a glossary.
What does glossary mean?
It means a really
Good boy, excellent, very good. And there weren't just drawn pictures in this book, there were... Very good, there were photographs in the book. So you're going to have to do a bit of jumping around to read to your partner. Remember, we read My House first. Then we jumped over, because do we have to read this book in order? Because it goes macro into micro. Starts with a big thing, then it breaks it into smaller parts. So you'll have to read this part, then you've got to jump over, and we read lights next, then bottoms. So I need you to read those pages to your partner, then your partner will swap over and read the pages to you. You read those pages first to your partner and swap over and so on. You ready to go? Do paired reading, away you go.
My house. This is my house. It has a lot of glass.
Why are you reading those pages? What did I ask you to do? Go to the micro group that we read. We didn't have to read this one page up. Now you've got the idea. Good girl. Go. Keep going.
The lights in our house are made of glass.
We have big lights and little
Good.
lights.
Excellent.
Bottles. Bottles are made of glass.
Can you just, this is what we're going to read to the teacher over there. Thank you. They're reading some phrasing side of it. Which they put the table away.
The perfume smells good.
Easiest thing in the world. Which is good, like a teacher having a change around it.
This is my house.
It's not just make this up today.
The windows in
Thank you, my friends. You are done. You were brilliant. Thank you very much. You can put your little headphones down onto